I mean, look, A for effort, my guy. A for effort, all right? The effort of trying to defend a murderer. Because here's the thing, Gypsy never tried to leave. The police never brought her back. Out of Gypsy's own mouth, she states she found out her real age when she was 19. She murdered her mother when she was 23, almost 24. That's 4.5 years later. She coached Nicholas Godejohn for 2.5 years. And at the time that Nicholas Godejohn unalived her mother, P.S., she was in the room. Some of those stab wounds were days old. Did you know that? But at the time of that unaliving, it was not Gypsy's first attempt on Dede's life. She also tried to unalive her with a... They ended up being a BB gun. Dede covered for her daughter on Facebook, reporting it as a mugging. Gypsy was seen out and about with Dan, with Nick, at many Comic-Cons, many Disney trips she stole from dying kids as an adult. Gypsy Rose, quite frankly, never tried to leave. She unalived her mother so that when the fraud investigation was underway, and was at the time of the unaliving, they were both under investigation for fraud. Because why? Because Gypsy was an adult. The unaliving of her mother was to keep herself out of prison, which is why she Googled, was accessory a crime in her state? It wasn't. She also mailed those knives to Nicholas's house to set him up. If your co-defendant in fraud is... I guess they can't testify against you, huh? I guess it makes it easier to be the victim, huh? Gypsy was not held hostage. In fact, she was walking around that house on her own 2 feet, which is evident by the crime scene photos. Before you go defending a murderer who used a man with a low IQ to pin her crime on, I suggest doing some more research. With that being said, Nicholas Godejohn was not the only man she solicited to unalive her mother. She solicited not 1, not 2, but 3 different men to do that job for her. In text messages that were revealed, as well as instant message chats and emails between Nicholas Godejohn and Gypsy, Gypsy told Nicholas Godejohn that she was pregnant with a child that never existed and that she miscarried due to her mother's abuse. The way that she conned Nicholas Godejohn into doing this crime is by telling him that she lost their child because of her mother's abuse. The child that didn't exist. In text messages that came out, Gypsy told Nicholas that if they were to ever have a daughter, she would allow him to grape her. Crime scene evidence, autopsies, photos, statements, interrogations, they are all public record and have all been leaked out here on this here internet. Please do your research before blindly believing a criminal who murdered their mother in cold blood.